Verrilli heads the D.C. office of the law firm Munger, Tolles & Olson. He served as Solicitor General under President Obama and also worked in the White House as a senior lawyer. Before that, he was an appellate lawyer at Jenner & Block. He's argued dozens of cases before the Supreme Court, not to mention he's also appeared in front of Judge Brett Kavanaugh.
Now let's turn it over to Marcia.
This is Marcia Coyle with the National Law Journal. Today is the day after the night of the big reveal. President Trump has tapped Judge Brett Kavanaugh of the D.C. Circuit as his choice to fill the seat that Justice Anthony Kennedy will be vacating at the end of July. With me is the former U.S. Solicitor General, Don Verrilli, who now heads the D.C. office of Munger, Tolles & Olson. And welcome, Don. I know that you've just got back a few days ago from a vacation in Italy, but I have a feeling it wasn't far enough away.
Well, Marcia, it's great to be with you, and I wish I could say it's great to be back.
I'm sure. I wanted to ask you a little bit, maybe you have some personal knowledge of Judge Kavanaugh. I have a feeling that you have appeared before him. Can you tell us a little bit about what he's like on the bench?
Sure. Judge Kavanaugh is a brilliant jurist, and he's a very gracious person, both on the bench and off. Recently had an oral argument in front of Judge Kavanaugh and two other members of the D.C. Circuit back a few months ago, in which he asked a whole lot of very intense, very incisive questions, which is his want. But I think he carries out all phases of his responsibilities as a judge, and in the way you'd want, in an exemplary way.
Well, the personality that you just described is one I've heard a number of lawyers say who have argued before him, that he's not a judge. He doesn't have the temperament that he will cut a lawyer down if he thinks the argument is not what he wants to hear. And there are judges who will do that, not just on the D.C. Circuit, but on other courts, that he's very professional and respectful. So that's good to hear. He has a bit of a road ahead of him.